This is how to complete the Citadelle Daymar Easter egg in Black Ops 6 Zombies. The first step is to make sure you've upgraded all 4 of these swords. I'm not going to put that in this video because it would make it too long, but I have videos on my page if you want to know how to upgrade all 4 of the wonder weapons. Once you have all 4 of the wonder weapons upgraded, the next step is to get the incantations. These are small rituals that you're going to do around the map. The first one is the fire incantation, and you want to have the fire sword. You are going to need it fully charged. Also, you can use Molotovs for this step as well. There are 3 different bonfires that you need to light. The first one is right outside the left of the castle wall. The next one is in the middle of the courtyard up on top of the castle entrance. And the third bonfire is right above Elemental Pop. Once you have all 3 of the bonfires lit, you want to find the item that is dropped in the courtyard. Should be the Ankh. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Basically, take it to the yellow circle inside the courtyard. This is just a soul box, so you want to enter the item into the circle, get kills with the upgraded fire sword, and eventually a chest will spawn. Open it with the sword, and you will have the first incantation. The next incantation is the light sword. Basically, you want to go to the spawn room and use a regular weapon to shoot the mirrors you see floating above the walkway. Once you see the laser spawn, you basically want to keep directing the laser into the next room, and eventually, once all of the lasers get directed, you will see an item spawn. Take this item back into the sword room. You will see a yellow circle on the ground. Put the item inside the circle, get kills with the light sword, and eventually a box will spawn in which you can open with the light sword, and that will spawn in the next incantation. For the next incantation, you are going to need any weapon with dead wire. Basically, go to the barn beside the spawn, look above the entrance, and you will see some horseshoes. Shoot this horseshoe with a dead wire weapon and it will drop onto the ground. Once you have the horseshoe, go to the cannon outside the castle, shoot yourself out of the cannon back to the spawn. It's going to cause lightning zombies to spawn around the barn, and once you kill a few of these lightning zombies, a special Pegasus horseshoe will drop on the ground. Go ahead and take the horseshoe back to the spawn. You will see another yellow circle which you can insert the horseshoe into. This will start another ritual. Make sure you get kills with the lightning sword, and eventually the ritual will end. Slash the box with the lightning sword and you will get the next incantation. And for the final incantation, you want to take the tunnel slide down from the undercrop to the spawn. Inside the slide will be a crow. I had the Mustang and Sally, so it's pretty easy to shoot. Any explosive weapon makes it easy. Basically, shoot the crow on the right side right before you exit the slide. You will then see the crow flying around in the sky and the spawn. Shoot the crow out of the sky and he will drop the crow's foot. Make sure to pick up this item. Take the crow's foot to the undercroft area of the map. It's the large rectangle room with a bunch of water. You will see another yellow circle. Put the item on the yellow circle and get kills with the void sword, and eventually the ritual will end. Again, you just want to open the chest with the void sword. You will have access to the final incantation. You can actually get started with the Easter egg. The next step of the Easter egg is going to require you to find 4 pages inside the room with stamina. All 4 pages will be around this room, so basically just look around the room. You will find all 4 pages eventually. The pages look like this. They've got like red eyeballs on the page, and again, there will only be 4 inside this room, so look around. I promise they're all in there. Now that you've got the pages, you are going to need a code. You can find this code in the bar next to the spawn. Basically, go inside, look for these 6 different bottles. The bottles are numbered. Interact with the bottles 1 through 6 and write down the symbols that you see in order. Now that you got the pages and the code, make sure to grab Melee Macchiato and head down to the undercrop. There will be a brick wall that you can melee, opening up this kind of like a tablet code entering thing. All you need to do is shoot the symbols in the order that you saw them on the bottles. They're going to shift and like rearrange. Just shoot the symbols that you saw in order. Once you shoot these symbols, a book will appear where you can put the 4 pages. And you are now going to go around the map to the different red traps that are on the ground. Make sure you have one of the incantations and do it in the order that you see on the book. Top left, top right, bottom right. All you have to do is match the different red traps with the symbol that you saw in the book. Basically, activate the trap, use your incantation on the zombies, and you will have each one activated. You will know you did this right if you go back to the book and the trap that you activated has now been grayed out on the page. Do this for all 4 different pages. Once you have finished the book, a brand new wall is going to spawn in by stamina. This is where the rest of the Easter egg is going to take place. Basically, go up to this wall and figure out all 4 elements and what order the wall puts them in. For me, I'm pretty sure it was void, and then light, and then fire, and then lightning, but it might be different in your game. Go back to the sword room and all 4 incantations will be there. Basically, you want to use the incantations on the statue in the order that it is on the wall. So for me, Void was first. I grabbed the Void incantation, walk up to the statue, use the incantation on the statue, also inspect your sword right after. This will make the statue salute you. It will turn and start glowing gold. Once you have done all 4 of these statues in the correct order, a mystical orb is going to spawn in the middle of the room. Make sure to pick that up to start the next step of the Easter egg. Now that you've got the orb, you want to take it to the courtyard of the castle, insert it into the orb holder. I guess that's what we're gonna call it. Basically, once you interact with it, it'll tell you a certain element. Go get the sword that matches this element. For me, it was fire. Then you want to kill zombies with the special attack on the sword, and eventually you will get a voice line from Craft letting you know you've got it done, and you can pick the orb back up. Next, you want to take the orb inside the sword room. You will find a place to put it up here on the wall. Basically, this is going to spawn a lot of green orbs around the room. It's a little strange, but you have to stand inside the orbs for as long as possible. Standing inside these orbs will make them go away and charge the mystical orb all the way up. And again, once the orb is fully charged, just go ahead and pick it up off the wall. Next, you want to take the orb down to the undercroft. Again, put the orb on the wall, interact with it, and it'll give you a certain element. Basically, just go get the sword that matches this element and get kills with the special attack on the sword. This one's probably the hardest just because you're stuck down here, but eventually, once the ritual is over, you will get a voice line, and again, you can go ahead and pick up the orb off the wall and head to the next ritual. For the final ritual, you want to head back to the spawn room, place the orb, also make sure you have the lightning sword. This one is literally just a soul box, except you only get souls if zombies die from lightning. So you can either get a proc for the electric ability with the sword, which is kind of rare, or you can get kills with the special ability on the sword. The lightning laser beam works very well, and you'll get the souls pretty fast. Once again, as soon as the ritual is over, pick up the orb, and this time we're gonna head back to that special wall besides stamina. Basically, walk up to the wall from earlier, the one that shows the elements. You can now insert the mystical orb and go inside, interact with the owl. There's some pretty cool, important voice lines and lore here, but what we need is the guardian key that's sitting on the table. Once you have the guardian key, you can actually enter the boss fight, and this is where things get a little weird in my game, okay? You take the guardian key back to spawn, insert it into the statue, and it's supposed to put you in the boss fight, but my game bugged out. Everything just stopped, like there was no zombies, nothing happened. I didn't even get to do the boss fight, man. But that's the Easter egg. That's how you do it. What did you guys think in the comments below? And share with a friend if you haven't already.